What if I told you that some of the oldest philosophies in the world have already figured out the secret to living a simpler, more peaceful life? Yes, Chinese ancient philosophies, Daoism, Buddhism, and Confucianism have been teaching us the principles of minimalism for centuries, long before the modern world even coined the term minimalism. These timeless teachings have already laid out the paths to a balanced life, helping us find harmony in the chaos of consumerism and clutter. Today, we are diving into these profound philosophies to uncover how they can guide us toward a minimalist lifestyle in today's world. Whether it's embracing the art of Wu Wei in Daoism, practicing mindful simplicity in Buddhism, or living with purpose and balance in Confucianism, these ancient schools of thought have shaping lives for centuries. And guess what? They have a lot to teach us about simplifying life in the modern world. If you've ever wondered how to live with less and feel more, today's video is exactly what you need. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey toward a simpler, more intentional life. Let's get started. Part 1. Daoist philosophy and minimalism is all about go with the flow. Daoism is one of the oldest philosophical systems from China. It says that you could live with less but have more peace. Daoism teaches us to follow the flow of life rather than forcing things into place. And believe it or not, this is exactly how minimalism works. Okay, I will explain why. The core idea of Daoism is a concept of Wu Wei, non-action or effortless action. Now, before you go thinking, this means doing absolutely nothing. Let me clear that up. Wu Wei is about not forcing things. It's about aligning with the natural flow of life. Think of it like trying to swim upstreams versus just letting yourself float downstreams. When we stop pushing against the current, life becomes simpler and easier. So how does this relate to minimalism? Well, Daoist philosophy teaches us that we should stop cluttering our lives with unnecessary things and instead focus on what truly matters. Imagine you are holding a massive stack of things, stuff, commitment, expectations, and you are struggling just to hold them all. Minimalism invites us to drop the excess and follow a simpler, more natural path. Okay, take a simple example. Decluttering your home. Well, in Daoism, this would be seen as aligned with the natural order. Let's say, your closet is bursting with clothes you never wear. Instead of fighting the chaos by stuffing more things in, Daoism would suggest let it go. You will feel lighter, more free, and able to appreciate what you do have. But here's the key. Minimalism isn't about doing less for sake of doing less. It's about doing more of what matters and removing distractions. Ever been stressed out by an overwhelmed schedule? Daoism would say, hey, stop scheduling things you don't need to do. Just free up your time for rest, creativity, and real connection. Part 2 is Buddhist Zen and minimalism. Focus on what truly matters. I've said this so many times. Minimalism isn't about becoming cold or detached from everything. It's about being present. Buddhism is a master at teaching us how to do this. The core idea is letting go of attachments. It teaches us that our suffering often comes from attachment, whether it is material things, status, or even relationships. We cling to things that bring us more harm than good. By practicing non-attachment, we can reduce suffering and live more freely. So how does this tie into minimalism? Well, Zen Buddhism and its practice of decluttering offer a powerful connection. Imagine you have an old item that you are holding onto, not because it adds value to your life, but because you are attached to it. Maybe it's an old t-shirt or a gift you don't like or a broken lamp, right? But just like the Buddha taught, the act of letting go is liberating. You are freeing yourself from the weight of attachment. For example, let's talk about something that's often hard for people to part with, the gifts. Okay, let's say you have a decorative vase from a family member. You feel obligated to keep it, even though you don't like it or it doesn't fit your style. In Zen Buddhism, this is exactly the kind of attachment that's causing you unnecessary stress. So, decluttering means not just let go of things, but letting go of emotional weight attached to them. So, a minimalist Zen approach is that you keep only the things that serve you now, not things that are serving you emotionally from the past. This really creates mental clarity and peace. Part 3 is Confucianism and minimalism. Let's talk about live with purpose and simplicity. Well, Confucianism is a philosophy that places a strong emphasis on order, respect, and simplicity. You might think Confucianism is all about rigid structure, but the truth is simplicity is one of its key values, because the core idea is saving resources and living modestly, not out of poverty, but as a reflection of one's respect for nature and society. For example, Confucius often emphasized the importance of frugality, not because you should be miserly, but because by valuing resources, we avoid waste. Imagine you're buying groceries. Confucius would encourage you to buy only what you truly need, not overbuying out of fear that you will run out. This is both a practical and respectful way to live towards the planet, your wallet, and your community. Think about your morning routine. Confucius would argue that the best way to start your day is with intention. Instead of rushing to grab your phone, check emails, and run around like a mad person, try simplifying. Choose one task to start your morning with that centers you. Whether it's a cup of coffee, a moment of reflection, or a quick walk outside. This simple act of clarity is not just a time saver, it's a life enhancer. Confucian minimalism isn't about scarcity, it's about living wisely and valuing quality over quantity. Part 4. How to apply these philosophies to modern minimalism. So, what do these ancient philosophies have to do with modern minimalism? How do we blend Daoism, Buddhism, and Confucianism with our busy modern lives? Let's break it down with some practical tips that might just change the way you approach your stuff and your life. First up, let's talk about letting go. Daoism teaches us to align with the nature flow of life, to embrace simplicity, and to stop constantly pushing ourselves to accumulate more. It's like this. You know how you might have that one drawer in your house filled with random things, like old receipts, spare buttons, half-used candles? Yeah, Daoism says it's time to clear that out. Imagine how freeing it would feel to let go of the stuff that no longer serves you. You don't need to fill every space in your home just because it's available. Just like the rivers flows without resistance. Let go of the things that create unnecessary weight. Next, let's dive into being present. You see, one of the core teachings in Buddhism is non-attachment, right? That means not holding on to things just because they've been part of your life for a while. Maybe you've got that old sweater in your closet that you never wear, but you can't bring yourself to part with it because it's been with you through thick and thin. Buddhism will tell you to let go of those attachments. Think of it like this. Holding on to stuff that no longer serves you is like carrying around a heavy backpack for no reason. It's time to lighten the load and focus on what truly matters in the here and now. And don't forget to live with purpose and respect for your resources. This one is a game changer. Confucius taught us that we should live intentionally with respect for both ourselves and the world around us. This is where minimalism really hits home in the modern world. It's not just about clearing out your closet, but being thoughtful about what you bring into your life in the first place. Do you really need that extra pair of shoes you've been eyeing online? Or that gadget you will use once and then forget about? Confucianism encourages us to be frugal, not out of scarcity, but out of respect for the resources we already have. It's about making choices that align with your values and your long-term goals. Alright, you've now got 3 powerful philosophies at your fingertips to help you embrace minimalism and live with purpose, peace, and simplicity: Daoism, Buddhism, and Confucianism. If you are ready to simplify your life and clear the clutter, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. What's one thing you're going to declutter first? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're going to apply these philosophies to your life. Until next time, live simply and be happy. Bye!